UWEBC in-person events are back in business after 20 long months. Welcome one and all to UW-Madison, to this, our fall summit of the UWEBC customer care community, and our very first hybrid event in which we are hosting an in-room group and a virtual group simultaneously at the same time on our interactive virtual platform. We're ready to rock and roll. What better way to do that than to welcome the dynamic duo of Jim Lemire and Jeremy Lewandowski, Northwestern Mutual Insurance. So with that, guys, take it away.
So to truly transform your customer service culture in a sustainable way, it needs to be integrated from the top down. All right, so we're going to look at 4 areas of Northwestern Mutual's culture, starting with the company mission and how that translates into a service value chain, and how that value chain enables our brand of service, or what we call the pillars of service, and then how we continually feed and sustain our culture through the quality program and performance management process. Starting with the company mission. So carved in a marble wall in the home office of our company is the mission statement, and it has several key statements in it, including things like seeking less to be large than to be safe, to rank first in benefits to policy owners, to value quality above quantity, and to be the policy owner's company. That's a lot to remember for people, so we like to lump all that stuff together into a single statement that we think sums it up very nicely. We say, doing the right thing. Over and over again, you'll hear that. If you were to say from the top of the company down to the front line that we do the right thing, you'd not only get abundant agreements, but you'd get stories from those individuals about how they've experienced that throughout their career. We are behavioral based. We believe in it so strongly that we removed all of the performance metrics from our frontline performance reviews. We swung that pendulum so far in one direction that it allowed us to eradicate bad past leadership behaviors. And then to rebuild some of that balance, we brought back just key metrics like quality and accuracy in order to teach managers and frontline reps how to manage performance while maintaining the integrity and the value of a coaching conversation in line with our culture. To this day, by the way, we still only have quality and accuracy in the frontline performance review. What you do as you focus on employee experience is whatever you decide to make of it. So I would ask you guys this: where does culture show up in your service organization? But more importantly, where do you think you could take it next? I would challenge each one of you to figure out how you might adopt some of these things to increase focus on employee experience within your companies. And now for a different perspective, I'll bring up Jeremy to talk about how they do it on the technology side.
Now, more than ever, technology is critical for customer care teams. If your internet connection or network goes down, whole teams can be knocked out. Right? If your computer hardware isn't working, neither are you. Or if a critical system is slowed down or inaccessible, well, your clients will likely be impacted through higher handle time or just general downtime with your staff. So it's important to have a technology team that is proactive, that is available where and when you need it, and understands the needs of your business, how they're unique, and how they can support you. I'm going to talk about tech partnerships, and this is my favorite, because I feel like this is the secret sauce to our success that goes beyond just providing transactional support of something that's broken when we fix it. It's important for us to understand our customers at a deeper level, to understand the business, understand Jim and his team. What tools do they use the most? Right? What's the impact if one of those tools is not available? Right? It is a true partnership. You may have a finance partner at your company, you may have an HR business partner. We're their technology partners. Right? We're not just support, we're so much more. There's a couple ways that we do that, and a couple ways that it manifests itself. The first is embedding relationship managers within the business. We have several senior leaders that embed themselves with Jim and his team. They know the business, they know the applications, both on the tech side and how they're used in the business, and they attend leadership stand-ups, other leader meetings, strategy meetings. They know what Jim and his teams care about, and they know the technology they use. In addition to that sort of leadership, we also embed support people in their business area as well. So they have all those options we talked about for support, but we also have a handful of people sitting right with them, embedded in their business, ready at a moment's notice to jump in and help them with an issue. So becoming a part of the business is a critical component to how we manage customer success at Northwestern Mutual.
So we've got another great story to hear about customer care employee experience. And with us to do that, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome the wonderful Amber Corey of Exact Sciences to the UW-EBC stage.
I'm going to try a little something that we've been doing in our team huddles and as we meet together in groups, and that's share a little gratitude. So today I'd like to share with you what I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for that man in the back right there, Roger. As he said, I'm a new member to UW-EBC, and this last year I have met some of the best leaders and had some of the most innovative ideas shared with me. It's been a game changer. And as we focus on our frontline employees today, I hope you guys can take some of these tips and tricks away and apply them in a space that works for you and meets the needs of your employees. We got this together. But if call after call, you're taking on those emotions and there's nothing to really refill you, right? You're going to end up getting burnout. You're just going to be depleted. And if you look at growth potential and burnout, you run the risk of being disconnected. We all run the risk of being disconnected to the bigger picture. But it's bringing in the impact that your frontline workers are having on the big picture. So they talked about a little bit of their approach with Northwestern about how we don't have metric-based conversations. And I think that's an amazing idea. And it's something we're trying to look at to say, really great work on those outbound campaigns. Because of all that work, this many kits were shipped. Right? In essence, that's that many more patients that have been screened. Keeping our frontline staff connected to the big picture. When we talk about the impact of work-life balance, some of those challenges that we talked about with our frontline workers, I think as leaders, we know we have great work-life balance. But when you're trying to manage your workforce, giving work-life balance in the same way as our leaders have it is challenging to give to our frontline workers. But now the expectation is that they have it as well. All employees have that work-life balance. And I think that's a valuable piece to make sure that we are looking at our processes, we are looking at our structure, and being able to provide that work-life balance for our frontline employees just as we would our leadership. And part of that is self-care. Now from a leadership standpoint, we have to be able to encourage our leaders, to encourage our staff to take advantage of these things. We have to give them time. We have to get away from drilling down on the metrics, always focusing on production. We have to focus on the people.